Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the zoo. The minions with me this evening are Tyr
Ooh, what up?
and Adam.
Saludos, amigos.
And as it is once again a Friday, but not the first Friday of the month, I'm the keeper for this evening. Sanguine, how are both of you doing tonight?
Uh, I'm good.
Feisty.
Feisty.
That's good to hear. I'm doing fairly well as well. I just finished up my dinner a little bit ago.
What'd you make?
Hold on, Sanguine. What'd you cook up?
So I did a effectively Salisbury steak, but then I did it in a mushroom cream
You lost me at mushroom.
Parmesan sauce that I then put over top of some raviolis. And again, I know exactly what is the issue that you have with mushrooms. People cook them wrong.
Yes.
Because you can even ask Inquisitor. Inquisitor had the same thing. He hated mushrooms. I said that it was people cooked them wrong. If they're cooked right, he would enjoy them. I cooked them. He enjoyed them. I can do the same with you. I'm willing to bet.
I'm not down with the fungus. It's
is,
evil and it should be destroyed.
Every recipe has you throw them in at the wrong fucking time. So they don't taste as nice because they have so much fucking water in them, and they end up with an off texture. If you throw them in at the right time, they're crispy, they have a meaty bite, and they have that nice earthiness.
That's
all right. I will accept that if you make me something with mushrooms, I will at the very least try it.
Mm-hmm.
I won't dismiss it offhand.
You'll try it and you'll enjoy it.
I'm hoping I do, but I'm not holding my breath because I don't like mushrooms.
Honestly, Sanguine Wolo load quiz.
Yep.
Into enjoying some mushrooms. So.
Yeah, like I said,
I've seen
Quiz was the same way. Quiz said that he couldn't stand mushrooms, and when he was talking about it, I know exactly what the problem is. People cook mushrooms wrong constantly. I can cook them right.
Okay, I mean, again, I'm not dismissing it or anything. I'm just saying, hey, if you can do it, you can do it. I accept your challenge.
But yeah, that was my dinner. Raviolis with that mushroom cream, Parmesan sauce, and some effectively Salisbury steak. So mince, kind of flavored up with a number of different things mixed throughout the meat, formed into these kind of oblong patties.
Okay.
Fried up and then cooked in the sauce. So they were juicy and tender, and then that lovely sauce was spooned over the top of them. Really fucking good. And with that, I had a Black Angel American Stout from Distill.
Okay.
Now, how is that?
Thrown into Mountain Dew. Go to hell, functional.
Dude, hold on. Let me. Hold on.
I didn't
even say
this time. I said that it was an American Stout. That's a beer.
Alcohol, my favorite.
Whiskey's delicious, though, as long as it's a good whiskey. A bad whiskey's fucking horrific.
He's over there talking to Cuisinart.
But yeah, there's one thing that if neither of you guys have a topic that you want to jump into right away, I would like to rant about because it happened a bit ago.
Okay.
But I didn't get a chance to give a rant on it yet. So you guys heard about Trump using a slur, right?
Nuclear?
No, he This time it wasn't him using the N-word.
Okay, I saw with the N word. Secret
But-
Asian man. Secret Asian man.
People shit the bed because Trump was talking about loans, if I remember correctly. And he said that the gist of it was there's a lot of places that you can get loans, and they do it all above board. They're good, they're solid, they are realistic loans.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot of places that you get loans, and they're Shylocks. They're usurious, they will screw you over at every turn. And that's what he said. People then came out of the woodwork saying Trump used a slur. The slur that they're saying that he used, or the word that they're saying is a slur, how he used it, is Shylock. Do you guys know the origin of Shylock?
Mm-mm.
No.
Well,
Merchant of Venice. So it's a Shakespearean reference where there's a Jewish moneylender that is unscrupulous. He charges usurious interest. He goes after people if they don't pay him back. And he's also one of the potential origins for if you can't pay it back, then it's a pound of flesh.
okay.
So, meant to be a shady money lender. Now, he happened to be Jewish. Do you guys know why he happened to be Jewish in the play?
Well, I would assume because most moneylenders at the time were Jewish.
Why?
Because they were very insular and they were richer. Like they tended.
That was not the reason.
Oh,
Did they fiddle on a roof?
So, different group of Jews there, but the reason why Jews became synonymous with money lenders in the Middle Ages was the church forbid you from charging interest.
but
So,
the Jews didn't. Mm-hmm.
if you were a Christian and you loaned someone money, you couldn't get interest. Are you going to loan people that might not pay you back money?
Fuck no.
The Jews didn't have that ban on interest. So Jews went, okay, Christians have completely removed themselves from lending money. But we can do that. And JB, you were correct, but you weren't talking about the element that I was. They also were forbidden from doing a lot of other bits of work. There were certain jobs that they were allowed to do, or they weren't allowed to do. This is one of the jobs that the Christians weren't allowed to do. So the Jews went, well, fuck it. We aren't allowed to do X, Y, Z. We can lend you money, and if you don't pay us back in time, we can have you pay us a surcharge. So a lot of Jews during the Middle Ages became money lenders. This was at such a point of the amount that this happened ended up resulting in the Jews being kicked out of England.
How did we get to this point of conversation? Just
talking about the origin of the word Shylock and the reason why the character in Merchant of Venice was a Jewish moneylender. It's because most moneylenders of the time were Jewish.
Is that word found anywhere in Spain? Because I know they had that whole Reconquista.
Well, Shylock is specifically from the name of the merchant from a Shakespearean play.
Oh, okay.
That's where that word comes from. The usurious money lending merchant in Merchant of Venice was named Shylock.
Yep.
The reason why he was a moneylender as a Jew in that play was because it became a really common thing during the Middle Ages. Since Christians weren't allowed to charge interest, Jews were allowed to charge interest. Jews started lending money and getting interest back. To bring that back up to the present, yes, at certain points, people have called old Jews Shylocks, but that wasn't what was being done. What was being done is, do you know one of the other major usages of Shylock?
The Italians and the mob.
Yes. For over 100 years, the mafia has called its loan sharks Shylocks. So, when you're looking at the mafia usage, like I said, loan sharks are Shylocks. In fact, I'm excluding you, Tyr, because I already told you this before the show.
Okay.
No.
Does anyone happen to know what is a common bit of slang for the interest the mafia charges on its loans? I'm going to take that as a no.
Nope.
So the interest that is charged on a loan by the mafia is often called a shy. And it's called a shy because it comes from Shylock. They're money lenders. So Shylocks charge shies on top of the initial loan. This, again, over 100 years. There's a bunch of media representations. One of the ones that I fucking love is, have you ever seen the movie Get Shorty? Either of you guys? Or anyone in chat?
Well, yeah, I've seen it.
I think I've heard of it.
Get Shorty, really fun movie. It was filmed, or it was released in 1995, I think.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
John Travolta plays a mafia loan shark. Throughout the entire movie, he refers to himself, and everyone else refers to him as a Shylock.
The fucking Shylock.
And the premise is that he was mafia. He's kind of left the mob, tried to go off and enter the movie industry.
Mm-hmm.
So throughout the entire movie, he's trying to make a movie about his life. Really funny, interesting movie. But again, throughout the entire thing, he's called the Shylock. Then Tyr had another example of it. Do you want to rewind it slightly just to get it exact? And this is from Black Rain.
You're at least 1,000 a month in the hole. You're into the Shylocks you're taking. You want to charge me, okay?
19, I believe this came out in 95. That is Kirk Douglas' Black Rain. And that's what they said it. And I remember we were hearing that line after you brought it up.
And it's 1989 is when that one came out. I just pulled it up. So yeah, it's 89. So we have a movie from 89, a movie from 95, both of them about mob money lenders. And there's a bunch of other different pop culture works where it's about the mob, where if there's a money lender, if there's a loan shark, they will be referred to as a Shylock. Or if they're talking about the earnings from their loan sharks, the mafia boss will be asking, how much have we taken in shies? Again, shy is interest on loans, and the reason why it's called a shy is because they call their loan shark Shylocks. So Shylocks charge shies.
and it's in the Wikipedia Wiktionary, and again, loan shark or usurer.
Yep. So
1786.
yep. And like I said, the reason why it has that dual thing of some people used it as a Jewish slur, some people just used it as a unscrupulous moneylender, was because it comes from a Shakespearean play, Merchant of Venice, where there's a character, Shylock, who is an unscrupulous loan shark. And the reason why that character was portrayed as a Jew in that play is because throughout the Middle Ages into the early Renaissance, Jews were the only ones able to really be moneylenders because they were the only ones able to charge interest on a loan. So afterwards, some people started using Shylock as a slur against Jews. Most people, I would say, or a large quantity of people, ended up using it as a term for unscrupulous moneylenders, including the mafia, which over 100 years ago started using it as slang for their loan sharks, as well as using Shies as slang for interest on the loans.
But
So
the whole
okay.
I'm about to say the whole issue with him using it isn't the word itself. It's just that they want a reason to attack him. He could have said he could have said, they're predators. Oh well, he's talking about black people and money because he used the word predator.
Yep. Oh, I realize that's.
Yeah.
I realize that it's any stick to hit their opponent with is their mentality. But
yes,
the thing is that I've heard people that aren't of that sort of inclination, that don't know about its use as mafia slang for
what
a loan shark.
There's another word. All right, so it comes from. All right, Uncle Tom. If I were to call someone their Uncle Tom, if they would assume that it is a bad reference to a black person, it is a traitorous black person without knowing the full context of where that comes from.
Yeah, Uncle Tom is the hero.
Is the hero of the story. He's not the villain.
Yeah.
But if you don't know the full context of using that word, you would assume it as an insult because you don't understand the full context. And that's the word with Shylock. You don't understand that the word has multiple meanings in the way he was using it. Talking about, you got bad interest rate, you got some banks that are good, but you get with the Shylocks. So based on context clues of that fucking of his previous statement, you would make the inference, oh, he's talking about predatory loans based on the character Shylock.
And do you happen to know the actual villain from Uncle Tom's Cabin?
Nope. It's been a while since I read that book.
The actual person who was the slave hunter was another slave named Sambo.
The cabin, yes, Uncle Tom's Cabin. But again, the perpetually offended crowd wants to be perpetually offended, and their big Orange Voldemort used a word that could be misconstrued. So let's beat him over the head with it to make him seem eviler than we already did.
Yep.
Cheeto Hitler is being Cheeto Hitler against the Jews, who he clearly loves because his daughters won, his grandkids are won, his son-in-law's won. Yeah, he hates the Jews.
Also, I find it funny that he's by the racist element of the U.S., the white supremacists, the white nationalists, shit like that, the KKK.
Mm-hmm.
So they hate Trump. And you know why they hate Trump?
Because he openly hates them.
The main reason is because, according to them, he's a Jew-loving race traitor.
Oh, shit. I mean, if you listen to some Judge Joe Brown used to tell this story, and I'm pretty sure he still tells it. That in the early '80s, the late '80s, early '90s, Trump would go around. Would go around to people. You know, people would come to ask Trump for money, and he would give it to them, like to start a business and whatnot. And he would give them like he give you a certain date to give him his money back with interest. And he'd go there. You know, you give him you talk to him like, this your check. This is all the interest. Yeah, everything you owe me, I owe you. Sorry,
Hey,
you owe me.
you know what?
Yes.
You fuckers.
Rip.
You know what?
There you go.
Hey, you know what? Hey,
What?
let me tell you something. You can't come into this ring without my pal coming in from the sideways, and he's gonna jump off the fucking what's it called?
From the turnbuckle!
From the turnbuckle!
Hey, Quiz.
Here comes
Oh,
Inquisitor! Oh yeah.
let me tell you something, brother.
But yeah, it's just absolutely baffling to me that people tried to go, well, it's a slur. Not in the way that he was using it. He was using it as a mafia moneylender, an unscrupulous moneylender, a loan shark.
Or he would just use it. It could be construed as someone a predatory loan.
Yeah, a loan
Based
shark.
on, yeah,
That's
based
what
on
loan sharking is. It's a predatory loan.
But you know what gets me? I just realized, and I find this funny. The group that fucking currently hates the Jews are now offended that Trump used a Jewish slur when they openly hate the Jews.
Yep.
Make this shit make sense.
We are in a loop.
Why, if
Yes.
I were 10 years younger, I'd have put your head in a half Nelson, start twisting it around, singing each letter of the alphabet until I come to the first letter of my true love's name. That would be the lovely Elizabeth. Then yank your head clean off and roll it down the pike like a bowling ball.
Yep.
The cream rises to the top, brother. Yeah. And that's what you're gonna fight today. The cream of the crop.
That's how you know you're running authentic software.
Mhm.
You know, you gotta run the macho savage fucking
yeah.
decryption. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Lewis, the absolute worst people are those who say something like lock does not work or TV does not work and don't actually say anything. Those that don't mean anything. Yeah.
Not sure exactly. I get what you're saying.
Are you trying to
He
deal
said,
with Paul?
Ray Lewis. The absolute worst people are those who say something like, for example, locks does not work or TV does not work and don't actually say anything. Those don't mean anything.
Well, I hope the lights aren't telling you anything.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure I'm getting what he means by that.
Maybe just saying empty words without actual meaning behind it.
Oh, YouTube is, dude. We are at the.
You have to put Minions of the Zoo as all one word.
But yeah, it is just infuriating that people will say that. And there's a lot of people that, again, they don't know the origin of the word. So I'm not going to hold that against them. And they don't know that, yeah, it's been a term for just a loan shark since its inception. But particularly, it became popular with the mafia. Particularly with the mafia that was really big in New York, Chicago, Boston. Particularly with the mafia that was real big in those cities and almost entirely took over real estate and construction. So, yeah, you think that the person who is a real estate mogul in one of those cities might not be familiar with the mob's use of Shylock.
Oh, okay. Rodney cleared up. Maybe its walls don't work like they say for border issues. I don't know.
That would be my guess, but it just came across very strange sounding to me, which is why I
It
just
did to
said, yeah,
me.
it came out a little
It-
garbled.
But even then, I love how the wall. Sorry to jump topics here, but I love how the walls don't work. People realize that every other country has fucking walls, like Egypt and fucking Gaza.
Mm-hmm.
They have
I mean-
7 walls.
There are almost no walls in Europe at all, especially after the big one.
Because they're
fell.
gay. There was a wall. It was
Yeah.
ages ago. Adrian's.
Well,
Well,
I mean, there are.
we're
We're talking about the Berlin Wall too.
It kept the fucking Celts out.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were
yeah.
thinking Hadrian rather than Adrian.
Hold on, Sanguine.
Mhm.
Though now I just get
Hold
the
on, hold on.
image of a punch drunk.
Sanguine.
Yep.
Sanguine. France, what, the marginal line?
Oh,
that-
the Maginot Line.
Yeah. That didn't work.
Well, because they circumvented it. They were
Yeah.
like, yeah.
It only didn't work because they
because
went,
the Germans went around it.
well,
They went-
Why
well,
should we march right into
Because
the
they were like,
guns?
nobody's gonna go through that area, so that's why they built that defenses.
but
But no, hold on, whoa.
What?
How are these people getting bonus points in the chat? Doctor
Bonus
Functional,
points.
Functional.
Uh,
How are you getting-
uh,
they answer questions right when I ask them.
Oh,
Yes.
So you can give them out, as opposed to. I mean, we were just
I don't
giving.
Ugh.
It was just happening. Okay.
It's kind of
it
like
usually
whose
just
line
happens.
is it anyways?
Points
I mean-
don't matter.
I don't know. All I gotta say is, what's up, Functional, Rotten, Doctor Clown? I'm gonna call
Dr. Clown.
Doctor Clown is
Clown.
Angela's brother.
Ah,
Doctor
Dr. Clown?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no. He's just regular clown.
Nope. He's Doctor Clown now.
Okay. I guess we're all doctors.
Everybody gets a degree.
But yeah, by you referring
Everybody
to
gets a degree.
Hadrian's Wall as Adrian's Wall here, I just got the mental image of a very punch drunk Sly screaming against the Pictish hordes as they break upon the wall.
Yeah.
Well, Sylvester Stallone is Italian, so hey, his one is Adrian.
Did you know that Sylvester Stallone was in a porno?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how he got into acting.
It's called the Italian. No, he was an actor before it, but
I could have
it's
sworn
called
he
it's
had
called
that
the
before his first
Italian
big role.
Scallion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Hey,
how
you-
he
you
got
know
his
what?
nickname.
I don't want to.
This is
I don't care.
you say.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah. That's
I learned something I did not want to learn today. Mhm.
I didn't ask you to watch it. I just said, did you know?
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. Dr. Clown says he used that money to make Rocky. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Hey,
Thank you, Dr.
I'm
Clown.
curious. What does Sanguine about know about the human condition? Trilogy of films, absolute masterpiece.
The Maccabees.
Yeah, the Maccabees.
Like the guys with the hammers.
Yes. Functional wants the link.
Yep,
Go
I
Master.
just saw pulling up DM.
Thunder! Somebody said Maccabees and,
Thunder and lightning.
and we got thunder out here. Dude, I'm telling you, we're gonna get flooded.
Nah. If we have to worry
And it
about a
burned.
flood where we are, I'm building an ark
I'm building an ark.
and collecting 2 of every creature.
Yeah. And rowing 2 by 2.
That's what I'm going to do to you, Quiz.
Mhm.
Like, I'm going to send my shark on that flood straight for your boat.
Ah. What is that?
It's a singing cat.
Is that the Fantastic Four?
Mm-mm.
And I don't think I've seen the Human Condition trilogy. So I was trying to find where that was mentioned again and thought it was further back in chat than it was.
Yeah, it was JB.
Yep.
Is this AI stuff?
Yeah. Dun, dun.
Kudasai!
Functional.
Hey, what's going on?
Functional.
Sup, Adam? Sup, Tier? Sup, Sanguine?
There it goes.
I'm
don't get it.
sweaty.
I don't get a sub. Okay. How did you not say anything?
Oh,
about-
right. Quiz is at Adams. Hi, Quiz.
No.
Oh.
Wow. Other way around, actually.
Adam's
Whoa.
at your house. Okay. You'll be
Yeah.
proud. I'm finally getting around to building the rest of the Cadia Stands box.
I still haven't built mine.
I've still got the troopers, a command squad, and a tank to build. And why not, right?
Tank? There was no
The
tank. in
planet
that.
broke. The one thing I love about the
was the one with the
Arcadian
Rogals?
thing, the planet broke before they did.
Rogodorn wasn't in any set. It was just by itself.
No, it was. There were 2 Rogel Dorns, like 20 troopers. a
Oh,
command
you're talking
squad.
about the Christmas Battle Force box.
Oh, it was the Christmas Battle Force, not the Cadia Stands box. My mistake. Yes.
Yeah, the Katie
Why
Stands
are you
box
gay?
just has the
You
regular
are gay.
combat.
You
patrol.
are gay.
Yeah, and came with 2 Rogals, which is just perfect because they're far too pricey to put any more than 2 down.
Let's put it this way: I'm happy by the fact that I've subscribed to the Combat Patrol magazine. The
Yeah, fuck
guard,
you.
the guard and the Gene Stealer cults are the last among all of the ones that are going to be sent.
Yeah.
But I subscribe to the premium, so for an extra $1.50 on every magazine, when it gets down to it, the last issue that I'll get comes with a Rogel Dorn and the Brood Coven.
Nice. Yeah,
Essentially,
unfortunately, they weren't allowing us up here, us Canuckastanis, to get the fucking magazine for some stupid fucking reason. Really pissed off about that because I would have got it. However, I asked Jenna, and she's like, yeah, sure, I'll get it for you and just mail it to you. And I'm like, you know what? After the shipping costs, because shipping costs across border have just ballooned uncontrollably the last 10 years, it just wasn't viable. It'd be better just to buy kits I want. And
yeah. I went and I crunched the numbers. If you subscribe to the premium version of the magazine, and this is just for the models, this is not counting brushes, paint, or any of the other stuff that they'll send.
all the fun stuff,
Yeah, all that. You save $800.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't play 50 different fucking armies like you do. I've got 3 really big armies.
See, here's the thing, Functional. I went and I looked at what I'll be getting for the World Eaters Combat Patrol, right? So the Combat Patrol magazine comes with the old Combat Patrol plus 1 additional kit. Okay? The World Eaters comes with the Combat Patrol, which is a Lord on Juggernaut, 20 Berserkers, 10 Jackals, and that's it, right?
Yeah, and the Lord on Juggernaut can be built as Lord Avocado.
Yeah. The additional kit is going to be a Mauler Fiend Forge Fiend.
Oh!
So I've got all of that. The premium additionals kit that I'll be getting is a Winged Demon Prince.
Okay.
So with all of
Okay.
that,
I see where you're going.
plus Karn the Betrayer, which I just picked up 2 weeks ago, I have 1,000 points of World Leaders already.
Oh man, it's crazy how many armies this guy has, and I probably have the same amount of like points wise. It's just invested in 3 really big armies.
Mhm.
My Guard, my Blood Angels, and my Tyranids, and I have a small Grey Knights force, but probably about 4,000 points.
All of
I don't know,
yours,
man.
all of you suck.
I don't know, man.
Hold on, did this
I've
guy
got-
just have like a soundboard say "gay"?
Yeah.
Yes.
All of you suck. There's
What's-
only one army.
What's your biggest point value? Do you think estimated?
Oh, at this point,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, geez. Let me do some quick maths in my head. Okay, so my smallest army is Grey Knights, and that's about 4,000.
Okay.
Blood Angels is probably just at the tipping point of 10. Tyranids is way on the way to 20. And Guard is probably about 15.
I've got for my Blood Angels.
I know you did the list.
Oh yeah, only my Blood Angels for 40k, not counting my 30k army. I've got 6,600.
660 points. Yeah. Okay.
But if I want to include all of my stuff from Horus Heresy too, I've got way more.
Oh yeah. Easily. I
Uh,
think AOS. No, you have about 1,000 more than I do.
Yeah,
But I have those because they're neat models. I don't play AOS at all.
I've got almost 3,000 points of vampires, and I've got almost or a little bit over 1,000 points of Cities of Sigmar. Never played a game of it yet. I want to,
Noise of life.
but I haven't. I've also got 2 old world armies too. I've got Tomb Kings of Khemri and Kingdoms of Bretonia. So
Nice.
Tomb
I'm in a
Kings are my
crusade
favorite.
right now.
oh,
What's that tier?
Tomb Kings and the Necron tier, my 2 favorite factions.
Yeah,
got-
the Egyptian theme.
I've got almost
And the Noise of Life.
I've got
Silence the
almost
universe.
5,000 points of Necrons. I have almost 3,000 points of Thousand Suns as well, if you want to go for the real Egyptian aesthetic.
Nope. I want to end the Noise of Life. I want to silence the universe.
Same.
Egyptian space wizards. Egyptian space wizards.
But no, I was saying I'm in a crusade right now, a fairly big one with like 30 people.
Oh wow.
And I brought the Guard because
Mhm.
I haven't played them in Crusade yet. And oh my god, do they kick ass.
My major problem with the Guard, especially now in 10th edition, is it just became way too Krieg focused, and I have
Yeah.
I cannot be paid to give the slightest bit of a fuck about the Krieg. I don't.
Yeah, I got a little bit of it, but that just came with the box set. I mostly just I converted my Adelans to Cadians. I converted my Krieg artillery into Cadians. It's just I like Cadia.
Yeah.
Cadians are like the quintessential guardsmen of the universe. It's just and they're dope.
My biggest faction within my Guard are my Cadians. My second biggest is Catachan.
Nice. I'd really appreciate if they did a revitalization of that. I haven't gotten around to my conversions. Yes, JB, 40k is hella dope. It's so much fun.
I've never played the actual tabletop game, but I played Gladius. I love fucking Rogue Trader, and there are a shit ton of other games I love.
Dawn of War.
Dawn of War, classic.
Yeah, Dawn of War is getting.
I played Dawn of War. I played Dark Tides.
Dork Tide is awesome.
Yeah.
Space Marine 2 is it's great.
Space Marine 1 was great.
Well, I'm not a
Space
fan
Marine
of
1
Space
was
Marines.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Space Marines. I do not care for the Ultramarines. I played Mechanicus because I love the Adeptus.
Did you see stuff about
Mechanicus.
Did you see stuff about Mechanicus 2?
Yes, I can't wait.
Necrons are playable, and Leagues of Votan are playable.
Oh, fuck! Yes! Yes!
Yeah, so as soon as that because the trailer popped up on Skulls. As soon as I saw that trailer, I immediately sent it over to Sanguine and I said, "You might want to get Mechanicus 2. Votan are playable."
Hey man, I want that machine. What is that machine that you use?
The
I didn't
soundboard.
know the Mechanicus was.
The
sorry.
soundboard?
Yeah.
Oh, it's called SoundPad. It's from Steam. It's like $10. It's great. You just upgrade. You just upload whatever MP3s, MP4s you want into it, and you play whatever. You can hotkey stuff.
I think I
Titty
can.
sprinkles.
Whoa, titties! They got titties.
Titty
I got
sprinkles.
$10. Hold on.
It's fun as hell because you get to annoy people like Tyr.
God
Oh.
damn it!
I like that.
And I say,
Can I?
other great
Terry?
yeah, other great video games. Bolt Gun. Bolt Gun was fantastic.
Oh, Bolt Gun was just like
I
it
think I have
was
both done.
like your original Wolfenstein, but like on crack.
Yeah, the way
I think I have both done and the
it's
voice.
It's less
Go
like
ahead.
Doom or Wolfenstein and more like Quake. It's like
Quake, yes.
Yeah, Quake when they
Much more like Quake.
they added the full functionality of like the mouse controls, so you could look in any direction. Like that's Bolt Gun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Bolt Gun's
with a
great.
40K veneer that is just unbeatable.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
If Creative Assembly wanted my money, they would give me a 40K Total War 40K.
I doubt that Total War will ever have a 40K version. I doubt it.
It would. I know it. I know it wouldn't. It'd be too expensive, and I couldn't do it properly. But still, I would love it because I have fucking Gothica. Well, not Gothica. Battlefleet Armada.
Yeah, Battlefield Gothic Armada. Yeah,
Yeah, so
one and two.
again, Next Frontier. Sorry,
The
it's
part,
in the name. It is in the damn name.
the part that would be difficult for a 40K Total War game
Space battles.
is
Multiplanetary.
the making it multiplanetary. Because
Yes,
they can
I
do
agree.
planetary and have it work with firearms. They've done those games before.
Really? Like
Especially- They've
Total
done,
War?
they've done
can get around that.
Napoleon, they've done all kinds of firearm gun combat based Total War games.
All right,
So-
I have a way of getting around that. All right,
Hmm.
so have you ever played Age of Wonders Planetfall?
Yes.
I have not.
All right, so in Age of Wonders Planetfall, one of the little mechanics they introduced was a pseudo, kind of not really universe mode in it.
Mhm.
So essentially, you would go to this mode and you could pick 3 planets to quote unquote planetfall. Because the game was the way the game was structured, it was essentially procedurally generated.
Mm-hmm.
So no 2 planets were the same, unless you put in the same seeds. So what they could do with that is do something similar. The quote unquote planets is just the basic map that you go choose. Oh, I'm going to take my fleet here and try to conquer this planet, and it would go to, oh well, this planet is conquered now, and whatnot. And it would send you, when you go to a new planet, it would generate a brand new planet with different biomes and cityscapes and whatnot, shit like that, but using the same basic battle maps, if you will.
Kind of the way that I would see them having to do it in order to make it work nicely would be that there need to be effectively 3 stages of the command maps. So you'd have the individual battle map on a planet. Then
And
you would
station.
have your standard grand strategy campaign map of a world. And then you'd need to have a tier above that, which would be universal grand strategy.
Well, you can do that.
Not a strategy game, but there are games that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that immediately comes to mind is the Dungeon Crawler, Inquisitor Martyr.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can go to certain subsectors, go to a certain planet within a subsector, and run the dungeon there.
Yep.
So
So, yeah,
Great
that's the
battles
way
could. Go ahead.
I think it would have to be done where, and it might even need to be 4 tiers. So it'd be a whole, not whole universe because it isn't the whole universe, but the
Like a
whole
galaxy.
galaxy.
Mhm.
A
Or a
galaxy.
sector.
The sector map,
Mhm.
then the world map, then the actual battle maps.
Well, the battle
They
map
have to be
again.
broken into those.
You can for space battles if they wanted to add space combat, they could essentially do would be reskin naval battles.
I do know that back in the
They just-
day when Warhammer was like the biggest it's ever been in 3rd and 4th edition, when we still had Games Day conventions run by Games Workshop. There were only 4 cities that had it. It was LA, Chicago, New York, and I can't remember what the 4th one was. I think it might have been Colorado, Denver.
Really?
Denver. Yeah.
You just,
But
or like Nevada or somewhere.
or Las Vegas. Either way,
They were attracted by the satanic airport.
But I remember one time when they did Chicago, right? They had this massive event going on where they had a L-shaped table that was 40 feet on either side, and 20 people on each side of the table were playing games against each other. And it's this massive battle that goes on across like 80 feet.
It was 4 cities in the United States, but there was one here in Toronto and one in Paris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just imagine again what the concept of the game itself is. You are fighting pitch back these fictional battles. Like you could have an alliance between the Tyranids and the Space Marines to take out the fucking Dark Eldar and the Eldar, right? So why not have this huge big ass table set up where like fucking teams of players are working together? Oh well, I'm moving my fucking my Gene Stealer to block to tank for your Gen X cannon.
Our local G-Dub store is running a crusade right now, and they've broken it down into teams. 3 teams. You've got forces of chaos, forces of the Imperium, and then the forces of the Marauders, which are essentially
I'm a marauder.
every other Xeno.
Fucking
and I'm on the Marauder team in mine. And to your point, our last game was Guard and Space Wolves versus me, Guard, and Eldar, and he was a mostly construct army, so he's got Wraith Guard, Wraith Lords, all those kinds of things. And yeah, he was body blocking for me so that I could skirt my squishy infantry around into better position, and I would use my tanks to block for his body block for his warlocks that basically stood behind the tanks and just shot mine bullets and fire and shit from their mines. It was great. It was great.
See?
The amount of like out of lore characteristic sort of fun you can have in Crusades is exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I wouldn't say it's completely out of lore. The only thing that's really out of lore is Tyranids allying with literally anyone except for Genestealer cults.
Yeah.
I mean,
honestly, them aligned with the Necron tier wouldn't be that far out of pocket.
No, Necrons can ally with anyone except for Tyranids. Necrons have actually like Necron or what's his name? Fucking
Zaris?
No, the fucking asshole that steals shit.
Trazen?
Green guys
Trazen.
from
Trazen the Infinite.
Right.
Trazen the Infinite was instrumental in the whole Cicatrix Maledictum not being as bad as it is. Like he came to all of the generals of Cadia and Belisaria's Call and told them, "Hey, the pylons are the key. You don't want them to be destroyed, otherwise horrible things will happen."
Again, planet broke before the fucking guard did. I love that
I
line.
really want there to be a place that does a crusade battle where the premise of it is just Trazen dealing with the threat, throwing his fucking Pokeball armies
Pokeball.
One of my favorite bits of lore, mainly because it's my Necron faction. I like
Yep.
Mephrit. Mephrit is my favorite. It was the fact that Trazen was on a long campaign, mainly I think trying to steal Dawnbreaker from the Salamanders, and he was coming back to his home planet, and he needed to refuel, so he stopped by the Crown Worlds of Mephrit, and he sent out a request saying, "Hey, we need fuel." He got a single message in text sent back to him and a targeting solution for his entire fleet. And it just said, leave.
Nice.
Damn.
But
I
yeah,
got
it
a
would
question.
just be hilarious to me if there was someone that set up a crusade that was the premise. So it was
I got a
pretty
question
much
for you,
any
Quiz.
order-based army could be on his side. It was just him dealing with some chaos threat, and it's like, fuck it, Eldar, guard.
Quiz, I have a question.
Hmm.
Is the Salamander Primarch still alive?
Vulcan?
Vulcan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He there's some bits in the Horus Heresy where he did legitimately die. What it was is that there was a they're called perpetuals. They're essentially immortals. If they die, they come back to life. Vulcan is himself a perpetual. He will come back to life when you kill him. One of them was called John Grammaticus, and what it was is that he was originally part of this cabal of aliens that were trying to get rid of humanity. And they were the ones that convinced the Alpha Legion to turn traitor and go ally with Horus. But John Grammaticus saw the way the Eldar in particular were treating him and humans, and he said, fuck that noise and fuck all of you alien bastards. I'm going to do what's right. And he turned traitor against them and went and started trying to help the Imperium. And he knew that the only way to cleanse Vulcan of his madness, because what had happened is after the Istvan massacre, the drop site massacre, Conrad Kurz of the Night Lords kidnapped Vulcan and kept killing him over and over and over again, trying to see what stuck, and nothing did. And it got to the point where he just said, fine, if I can't kill you, I'll drive you insane. So that's what he did. He did all of his terror tactics on Vulcan to make Vulcan go crazy. And he succeeded. Vulcan went fucking nuts. John Grammaticus knew that the only way to bring Vulcan back was to actually kill him for real. And so he found this artifact called the Fulgurite Spear, which was a piece of psychic essence of the Emperor himself that had struck this one planet and had infused into this spike of iron. And he stabbed Vulcan in the heart with it. And that blow, essentially for all intents and purposes, killed Vulcan. Vulcan was 100% now permanently dead. And so the remainders of the Salamanders took his body back to his home planet of Nocturne. And the first captain of the first company of Salamanders, Numion, sacrificed himself to take Vulcan's body and throw it into the largest volcano of Nocturne. And in doing so, Numion's sacrifice and the psychic essence of Numion when he died was enough to, in that moment, revive Vulcan, and he was cured of his madness.
Yay!
That is up to where I am in the Horus Heresy story.
How the hell do you have all this information?
I read books.
Because I'm trying to collect all of I'm going through grabbing all of the Warhammer fantasy books first, and I'm going and collect the other 40K book that I need to complete my collection.
If you're going for literally every publicized book, every book that has been published,
you'll go mad.
Good luck.
Well, no, yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Because there are thousands of books at this point.
Well, no, I'm talking about for the main story. Like, I go to Wikipedia and I looked at what are all the books in the
There are only 60 something in the Horus Heresy series.
yeah, I know.
65. So that is going to be the area where you can you can complete this collection.
I'm going to because again, like I said, I have a site that it's basically a fucking Wikipedia article with every book that was published for that series.
Yeah,
or for it, and I'm going to collect them all to say I have a complete collection of everything.
Yeah,
and yo ho ho.
I've been downloading them on Audible, and that's how I've been doing it. Because like I'll put on an Audible book and listen to it while I'm painting.
Yeah.
Which Sanguine, did you download High Carl's Oath?
Well, I'm trying to get PDFs of them because I like to sit and read.
Hold on, is Sanguine? You okay, Sanguine?
Sanguine there?
Oh God!
I shot Marvin in the face.
Sorry, I
Why
bumped
you
my
do
mic.
that? I didn't mean to do it as an
I
accident.
bumped my mic and hit the mute on it.
Oh,
I said, I think I did. I need to double check.
God damn, you're right. It's like 55 books.
Bunch of
54.
the other ones, or a bunch of the other books on my Audible, and I can't remember whether I did that right before or right after High Carl came out.
I've got about 4 hours left on the High Carl's Oath. So,
because I have to get all the books of the Horus Heresy, which is 54, all the Siege of Terra, the Primarchs.
with Siege of Terra, I think it's up to 62 or 65.
And yep, I have the High Carl.
64 is 64 plus the Primarchs is 1, 2.
Well, there's 18 Primarchs, so
whatever. 18 plus the sons, the Lords of Terra, Sounds of the Emperor, Blood of the Emperor, plus Valador, Luther, Sigmund, Iliadon, and then the novellas.
If there's a smaller list about which armies I don't own for 40K,
and then the Adeptus Sororitas shit.
And the one that I will never own is the Adeptus Custodes.
Fuck those banana bastards.
I'll never own a Custodes.
What's wrong with bananas?
Because they ruined them.
No, it's because they are bitches on the tabletop. And almost every player I've ever met who plays them is just insufferable. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Like that.
I like the Sisters of Silence, though. Pisses me off. Yeah, I only have about like 300 something points from my Gene Stealer cults, but I can play the final day, so that's fine. Final day detachment lets me soup in any Tyranid Vanguard units. So I can just throw all of my Lictor, my Death Leaper, my Winged Hive Tyrant, my Von Ryan's Leapers. I can throw all of them just in with Gene Stealer cults. I can't put Gene Stealers in there, but I can put Pure String Gene Stealers in there, so there's no real difference.
You need a very specific transport for them.
I do. That's the one major problem, and Adam can attest. The major problem I've got is that I've got far too many models and no way to stow them or carry them. And it's so frustrating. But I have been working on Sanguine's Votan, and I'm pretty close to getting all of the Einhar done. If I get the Einhar done, then I think the Hearthkin will be a quick, easy sort of thing after that. So, eventually I'll get it. I'll say the major thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to get all of Sanguine's Votan done. I want to get all of my Dark Eldar done. And then what I wanted to do is our store anniversary for the Warhammer store had this thing where if you spent $300, they had this battle mat that you could lay out that is the exact size that you need to play a combat patrol game. And since Sanguine, he bought the Votan Army box, that became the combat patrol sans just the Einhard champion. Like, he can't take the Einhard champion, but everything else, that's part of the combat patrol. So he's got a combat patrol. I have a combat patrol with my Dark Eldar. So we take the mat and then the MDF terrain from the Kill Team set that I bought, and we can play a combat patrol game in the woods.
Nice.
Sanguine, why'd you let him corrupt you?
I do have a question, because it seems like every single person that gets into 40K substantially has their own version of theory when it comes to what do you think the roles of the two missing were?
Okay, so for what is real, for what we know is real about 2 and 11, is that they were once part of the Crusade. Lorgar, Leman Russ, and Gilliman were all tasked with their extermination. And the word bearers bear a lot of guilt for that. Now, we can extrapolate out about that because the word bearers were always religious. They didn't. They weren't secretive about that. If they bear guilt for that, and we look at some of the other like influences within Warhammer's story, maybe they tried to convert them, and they were less clandestine about their worship than the word bearers were. And the Emperor decided to put the kibosh on it. Overall speaking, though, there is no definitive proof, one way or the other, what, why, how, or who 2 and 11 were. All we know is that they existed. And they were killed.
Everyone seems to have their pet theory of what sorts of roles they would have taken on had they not been expunged.
The problem really does come down to the fact that there's no real, like, when you think about, person, like, for both battlefield role and post-battlefield roles, right? We have a representation for anything that would come for the governance and control of a society. We do. We have the figurehead in Sanguinius. We have the judge in Conrad Kurz. We have the spiritual leader in Lorgar. All of those roles are accounted for. So I can't possibly conceive of something that 2 and 11 would either be their specialty or their MO when it comes to who and how they operated. I've got some ideas about what maybe some aesthetics could have been, because all Space Marines are based on specifically different kinds of warrior cultures, mainly medieval warrior cultures in Earth, in history, right? We have the Mongols in the White Scars. We have the Teutonic Knights in the Dark Angels. You have Grecians and Spartans with the Blood Angels. You have Romans with the Ultramarines. So the ones that I can think
the Berserkers for
Space Wolves
kids.
The ones that I could think, the things that I could think of that could be a major sort of like thing that you could point to would be Japanese, because there's no real Japanese representation, and then Russo. You got the northern Asian,
the winged hussars,
the Hussari. Well, I mean, that's kind of represented in the Dark Angels and their Raven Wing.
All right.
Even down to the wings too, because if you look at the Raven Guard and like how they have
You also don't got a Chinese influence either. Like there's no.
you've got close enough with the White Scars because remember the
But
Mongols.
they're
Mongols
well,
ruled China.
no. Well, they may have ruled China, but the Mongols and the Chinese had totally different aspects.
If you
Like,
if you look at a lot of the weaponry in particular that the White Scars use,
Very Chinese.
they have Chinese and Indian because they have Dao blades, which are Indian, and you have a lot of steppe cultures, and then you also have the Guan Dao, which is very Chinese, and that's a major weapon that all of the White Scars captains, the Khans, use.
I guess.
So you were thinking more like the Boyars, the Rus.
Or they could have been the fucking another culture that isn't represented, the Maori Berserkers. Oh, then again, fleshy. I can't think what
No, you do. The shit. Help me out here, Quiz. The shark guys. Tiberius.
Yeah, no, not Tigers.
No, Tiberius is the red wake, the big Terminator guy who was like
Carcharodons.
The Carcharodons, yeah.
Carcharodons. Thank you.
The Carcharodons
Who's like the Space Marine to end all Space Marines because he's like twice the size of any standard Space Marine.
Yeah, no, he
Hold on, whoa.
in his Terminator armor, he would be the size of a Primarch.
So hold on.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He's just a big boy. He's just a really big boy.
So we weren't talking about Central Asia.
Central Asia? Well, that's
White Scars.
White Scars, yeah. Now, another one would be Middle Eastern, because there's no Arabic cultures.
This is true.
No,
But-
but you guys were talking about Warhammer the whole time. Or-
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
There is, though, Arabic cultures represented in 40K, but not in Space Marines. And
Talarn!
That's the Talarn Sand Raiders.
And the Adelin. Oh, wait, no.
Oh.
The Adelins are Mongols.
Are Mongols, yes, they are.
Yep. Quiz, to answer.
I
go ahead.
apologize, Sanguine, for opening this Stargate. I do offer you, yes, this Fifth Avenue chocolate bar.
Penguin, to answer
That would
your
be the thousand
original question, though, I have one theory of what probably would be two is the Primarch of the Grey Knights, because they haven't, and I know Quiz, don't jump down my throat just yet, hear me out, is that, so it's theorized so far that, and the most popular theory is that they were part of the Emperor's seed himself.
That's what they say.
That's the popular theory. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's just a popular theory right now. But it doesn't make sense because why would there be this outlier of things? And my theory is that something went wrong with the Primarch in some fashion or another, and that's why he just sort of vanished, and there's no recollection or account of him. I know GW on their side just wants to put the entire kibosh on anybody talking about any of this stuff for now. But I think because they're such a unique gene seed that there's got to be some there.
I can refute that with one important thing.
Shoot.
Is that, and this is cited in the Horus Heresy.
Because you know a lot more about 40K than I do.
Oh yeah, well the it's just because I've been doing it for well over 25 years.
Yeah, I'm 30 years in, but I'm not as heavy in the lore. I'm more into the hobby side, the gaming side.
So what happened was that when Russ went and burned Prospero,
Yeah.
he killed Magnus. Magnus was dead. Okay. But what happened is that after Magnus died, his soul went into the warp and was shattered. Tzeentch intentionally did this.
Yes.
And fragments of Magnus's soul went out to certain specific aspects of his being, right? His kindness, his benevolence, his rage, his anger, so on and so forth, all went out into the galaxy. And there were a few very specific Thousand Sons that were suffused with the soul of Magnus the Red.
Yeah.
Those Thousand Sons in particular were recruited by Malkador the Sigillite and as well as several other psychically gifted Space Marines that, remember, this is after the decision of Nikea. They're not supposed to be psychers. They're not supposed to practice their psychic talents.
Mm-hmm.
Malkador recruited them with the intention, after having an encounter with demons, to create a Space Marine task force specifically designed to kill demons. Because he saw them as the bigger threat, even beyond that of Horus. So he did all of this, in particular, with using the Emperor's authority, while the Emperor was, busy keeping things, keeping a lid on things on Terra. Malkador went out, and he had things like, he had the moon of Titan, which is a Saturn moon, I believe, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had it moved to Jupiter. And that is where they created the Fortress Monastery of the Grey Knights. And they keep them temporally locked in essentially a DBZ hyperbolic time chamber sort of thing, right? Where they're able to pass centuries in a day. And that allows the Grey Knights to go into that Fortress Monastery on Titan and gain all of the necessary training that they need, as well as the being suffused with the psychic might, and getting the soul binding done, so that all of them are at peak efficiency, specifically for killing demons.
But I thought that they were the Emperor's trump card. Oh God, was it just before the Siege of Terra? Because he's the Emperor. He knew about the threat of chaos, and he needed them as a trump card, as well as being a trump card against his own sons who might fall to chaos.
The major thing that the Emperor did, though, and the reason why the Emperor made a big mistake in the fact that he didn't realize that chaos could or would get as powerful as it did.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that he did is, when he went on the Great Crusade, he went out and had the Imperial Truth, which was, after any planet was conquered or persuaded into the Imperium, is that he had essentially propagandists go around the entire planet and preach to them the Imperial Truth, by which that
CNN 40K, yeah.
Well, by which that means that there is no God, and your life is in service to the Imperium. Okay? So that whole thing, and trying to stamp out religion,
created a new god.
Starved the Chaos Gods. The Chaos Gods could not have any sustenance. And that's why the Emperor didn't see them as a threat, and why he just so brazenly used chaos and chaos, like the warp, to make the Primarchs, to make Gene Seed, and to do all of this kind of stuff. It wasn't until Lorgar fell to chaos, and then Erebus tempted Horus, that we see this resurgence of chaos. Because now we have the Lectitio Divinitatis, we have the Word Bearers creating lodges within every Space Marine legion. Now we're seeing religion coming back, and it's all done right under the Emperor's nose, and he didn't know.
All right, got another question for you.
Yeah.
Is the Emperor dead?
No. No, in fact, actually, one of my favorite bits of most recent lore is that Mortarion had Guilliman dead to rights and was ready to kill him, and the Emperor himself came to Mortarion and told him, "Bitch, calm your tits." And Mortarion cowered like a baby and went back to Nurgle.
Daddy, no!
Yeah.
Bitch,
as if it weren't good enough, the fact that Jagatai Khan kicks the ever-loving shit out of him on Prospero in the I can't remember the name of it now, but it's the essentially the webway that the White Scars use to get past the Ruin Storm to get to Terra. Jagatai kicks his ass there, And then at the Siege of Terra, after Mortarion breaks his taboo and indulges in sorceries that he saw as unclean, that he like condemned Magnus for doing, he goes and he indulges because he needs to find an edge to beat Jagatai. And guess what? Jagatai still kicks his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Jagatai's a badass.
Jagatai is my second favorite Primarch. He is. He's
Sanguinius.
Sanguinius is one. Is number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
It used to be Rogaldorn, because Rogaldorn's a badass too.
Oh,
but-
he's awesome. Yeah.
Isn't it's Lehman? Not Lehman. It's Lionel Johnson that had the quote unquote Eldar girlfriend.
No, that's
that's-
Gilliman.
That's
Gilliman.
Gilliman.
And it's only because she was instrumental. Okay, so you want to? Yeah, I'm the lore master today, apparently. So what happened is that after the Horus Heresy, Gilliman kind of became de facto ruler of the Imperium for a while. But Gilliman himself was not to be dissuaded from being able to go out and try to get some revenge for all of the traitors that fucked up the Imperium. And in one of them, Fulgrim taunted him. And Fulgrim stabbed Gilliman with a poisoned dagger that was so potent that it could defeat even a Primarch's constitution. And so what the Ultramarines did is, after he was laid low by Fulgrim, they took him and put him in stasis on Macragge. And a point of fact, an interesting point of fact, they almost lost him during the first Tyrannic War. The Tyranids nearly ate him.
Yeah.
The entire first company of the Ultramarines had to sacrifice themselves to keep the Tyranids out of the chamber to devour Rabute Gilliman. So what had happened was that Gilliman was put in stasis because obviously if he was still alive and the poison were running through his system, he would die. All of the events of Cadia happened, and Trazen the Infant came out and said, "Hey, you need to go and do something else here. You guys need to go and find your avenging son." And so it took the faith of Saint Celestine, the technobiological prowess of Belisarius Call, and the warp magic of a Eldar sorceress named Yvraine to bring Gilliman back to life.
And Yvraine is the supposed, air quotes, girlfriend.
Eldar.
And wasn't it Drukari poison?
I don't remember if like the specifics of the poison. Let's put it this way: have you looked at Fulgrim's rules in 40k?
No.
He is. Oh my god, it's so fucking stupid. Okay, he just has to hit you, and you're taking that unit is taking D3 more wounds
per turn forever. Yeah,
for
until
the
game's
rest
over.
of the game.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yes, he just has to hit you. So if he's in combat with multiple units, he can just sit there and go doink, 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 and hit every unit once, and you're taking D3 mortal wounds until that unit is destroyed. It's fucking stupid. But anyway, that's a hearkening back to the fact that Gilliman got hit by the poison dagger.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics of that. I just know that it was a poison dagger.
And the fucking Eldar murder fucked Slanesh into existence.
Yes,
Sort of.
Kind of. Yeah. The major thing was that so the Eldar, the reason why Eldar get the bad rap that they do is because the Eldar have a quirk of their biology that they feel any sort of sensation 100 times that of any human. So in elation, in like how they feel good 200% better than you do. In their anger, they feel 200% more angry than you do. In pain, they feel 200% more pain than you do, right? Heightened sense and sensory that the Eldar have, combined with their acute psychic nature, that allowed them to, after the war in heaven, after the Necrons fucked off, the Eldar said, fuck it, we party, right? And they had the glorious party as Rome burned, right? And that entire time, they were inadvertently feeding a nascent god called Slaanesh. And then Slaanesh's birth scream is what created the Eye of Terror. It blew a warp storm away from Earth that allowed Earth to be able to traverse the stars. So thanks, Slaanesh. But it also absolutely destroyed Eldar civilization. The only remnants of the the decadent Eldar civilization that still exist is in Kamara. And it's because they were inside the webway, cut off from the material universe and the warp, so that when Slaanesh was born, they didn't fucking know. They didn't fucking care. Yeah, and that's another thing, too, is that for those canny readers, you might see a parallel with Kamara with another fictional setting, and that is of Elric of Melnibone. Mm-hmm. Kamara is Melnibone. It is a decadent city full of people that are high on drugs, sorcerers, slave takers, the worst of the worst. And it's because Games Workshop got a lot of its inspiration for Warhammer 40k from Michael Moorcock. Well, no, from Michael Moorcock. Because that's the thing. Games Workshop started off making game boards for, like, board games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of the very first things that they were contracted to make miniatures for was a little war game called Stormbringer, based on Michael Moorcock. Now, Michael Moorcock's works. Now, stop if you've heard this before. The Melniboneans worshipped gods of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
So, just saying. Games Workshop owes a lot to Michael Moorcock.
Yeah, I should say so. Yeah.
How did you think that he went from Suncock to Moorcock?
Yeah, right?
Good night, everybody!
Waka waka waka!
He's a really good author, by the way, though.
Mm-hmm.
I do really like his books.
All right, so I got another question. Switching to Warhammer Fantasy, is it true that the Horned Rat is actually a Chaos God?
In Age of Sigmar, yes.
So there are 5 Chaos Gods instead of the 4.
There are 5 Chaos Gods in Age of Sigmar, yes. I will say this, though. Slaanesh does not have a physical body anymore.
During Fantasy?
Yeah, during the whole sundering of the world, after Chaos essentially won and Old World was destroyed, Slaanesh was actually captured by the remnants of the High Elves. And in an attempt to gain the elf souls that Slaanesh gorged themselves on when everyone died in the Old World, when they did that, they cut open, they kidnapped and cut open Slaanesh and were like siphoning out all of the elf souls. And Slaanesh has yet to be recovered from that. Now, it's not to say that Slaanesh doesn't have power and influence, but Slaanesh's physical form. Yeah, physical body is captured by the elves.
So like how the Eldar goddess Isha is trapped with Nurgle.
Yes, yeah. Isha is a slave of Nurgle, which I actually think could be a really interesting. Okay, so here's a speculation that I can give you, Sanguine. In current 40k, you know how I would write the next Loyalist Primarch to return would be?
Someone saving Isha? Or trying to?
What it is... No. Sanguinius should stay dead. As much as I love Sanguinius, Blood Angels are my jam. Sanguinius needs to stay dead. I'm sorry. He just does. No, Jagatai Khan. Jagatai Khan should be the next Loyalist Primarch to return. And this is how I would do it, right? We already see that Yvraine, especially in the book, what's her name? Lilith Hesperex. In Lilith Hesperex's book, it shows that Yvraine is going on these crusades to try and find the Crone swords.
Yep.
We know this. One of the things that she's doing is she has before, and it's part of the Hand of Midnight audio drama, is she has taken the remnants of the Bealtan craft world, a contingent of loyalists from Kamara, and all of her Yanari that have converted to her cause. She is taking them all and delving into the Garden of Nurgle. And she has been making headway. What I can see happening is that she is going to get to a certain point, and Asdrubal Vect is going to fuck her over in some sort of way. He's going to either recall all of the Dark Eldar or something like that. It's going to be some sort of like intrigue. And
some sort of betrayal.
What's going to happen, and again, this is all just me speculating. This is how I would write it. Yvraine is going to go with Lilith Hesperex back to Kamara, because that's another thing, is that Yvraine used to be a succubus, one of the gladiatorial fighters within Kamara. So she's going to go back with Lilith Hesperex. They're going to have this internecine conflict, and then realize that one of the ways that they can unseat Asdrubal Vect from his power within Kamara is to release his prized possession, a fucking Primarch. They're going to release Jagatai Khan. He's going to go ape shit. They're going to get him out of Kamara. He's going to fight his way through all of the bad Dark Eldar out of Kamara, help them through the Garden of Nurgle, kick Mortarian's bitch ass again, free Isha, and then go back to Chagoris.
Rotten.
Why are you gay?
First of all, second of all, I would love that quiz, but I think given their sort of lost to and taking into consideration the greedy fucking Shylocks that GW are,
Yes.
there's a callback for you saying that they could do a double release of Jagatai and Lehman Russ because they were both stuck in the warp, and they could have this thing where they found each other, they survive, and not and to add on to your thing, they don't have one, they have two Primarchs.
Well, that would be a good idea. That would be a good idea. I will say this though: there is one fatal flaw: is that Jagatai was not lost in the warp; he was taken in a Kamara raid.
I thought he was like Lehman. He went chasing somebody into the warp.
Lehman Russ went with the 13th Company into the Eye of Terror.
To
follow the traitors. Jagatai.
You think Corvus is the other one that?
Yeah, Corvus Corax went in there as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. I'm getting them mixed up.
So, Jagatai Khan went back to Chagoris and kind of he would send out hunting parties for certain specific baddies. Like one of my favorite ones is he tasked Corsaro Khan with taking the head of Doom Rider. And he did, and Doom Rider kept on taunting the White Scars, so they impaled his head on the ramparts of their fortress monastery.
What the fuck?
But, so Chagoris was one of those planets that was always under constant threat of raids by the Dark Eldar. Same with Nocturne. Now, if you wanted to have a double meet back up,
you would do Corvus and Khan.
Well, no, I would do Khan and Vulcan.
Oh!
And we already have a Salamander's supplement coming.
Yes.
Have them tag team the Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be tasty.
And if you're
go
going
ahead.
to keep connecting the Primarchs with the the Eldar that are trying to make the new Death God.
Yvraine. And
Yeah,
the
but
Yanari.
I'm saying the Inari. If you're going to keep connecting them with the Inari, then would you make it so that the final two are going for the crone sword that Slaanesh has.
Fulgrim. Fulgrim has it.
Oh, it's currently Fulgrim. I know that it was originally in Slaanesh's area.
Yeah, no, Fulgrim is currently wielding it. In fact, it's one of his arms that you can put on him. It's an optional piece.
Okay, so would it be those two going after Fulgrim then?
Maybe. Fulgrim made a lot of enemies in the Horus Heresy.
Oh boy, did he!
One of the things that I think would be hilarious is if Perturabo comes out of the warp and just specifically just to fuck up Fulgrim.
Fulgrim!
Didn't they have a little spat and he got his ass handed to him?
Well, okay, in the novel Angels Exterminatus, it was all about this. Fulgrim was trying to, with the aid of an Eldar Farseer, get Perturabo to put himself in an engine that would slowly siphon away all of his life force and give it to Fulgrim so that Fulgrim could have his apotheosis and become a demon Primarch. Turns out enough Space Marines died in that conflict that it didn't matter if Perturabo died or not. Fulgrim still got his apotheosis.
Oh,
I think my favorite moment that I've heard about of them squaring off against each other was Perturabo just beating 12 shades of shit out of Fulgrim because he caused a toy that Perturabo and Vulcan had made together.
Okay, all right, hold on. No, what it was is that he beat Fulgrim with the toy.
Yeah,
until it was completely destroyed. No, the toy is completely incidental. It was the
I
fact
thought
that
the toy had been damaged because it was a perpetual motion machine was inside.
Yeah,
and he was going, do you feel what's off about this? And Fulgrim's going, what do you mean? That's a perpetual motion machine. What do you mean? That's impossible. No, it's hard to make. We made one. Vulcan and I designed it. Vulcan made it. We made it. It's not a perpetual motion machine anymore, you fuck.
Well, what happened was that he used it as a ploy to get Fulgrim off his guard. He's like, tell me what's wrong with this machine. And Fulgrim leans in and goes like, I don't know. And you're right. There was something faulty with the machine. But
yeah, it was.
Perturabo then took that opportunity to then take Fulgrim's face and beat it into the. It was a clockwork Warhound Titan.
Yeah, it was a small Warhound Titan that had a perpetual motion machine inside.
Yeah,
and
it was to show the major reason why Perturabo did that. It was to show to Fulgrim that number one, he wasn't to be trifled with. And number two, it was the fact that Fulgrim was fucking with him, and Perturabo knew about it.
And if I remember it correctly, it was that it had been damaged by falling due to something that Fulgrim had done. Like he had done a maneuver with the ship that caused it to fall. And then he went, this isn't a perpetual motion machine anymore. There's friction in it. I can feel the friction in it. And then kicked the shit out of him.
Perturabo has never made any sort of qualm about destroying the things that he creates to make a point. Yep. He did that to Magnus once. Like, he created this whole machine that would have allowed Magnus to, while enthroned on Perturabo, talk to the Emperor on Terra. But it was after the decision of Nicaea. So Perturabo makes this machine, shows it to Magnus, and then destroys it in front of him. Saying, you need to abide by the decision of Nicaea. So,
which is a dick move, but it also somewhat made sense because didn't that device do what functionally Perturabo has been forced to his entire life and view through the warp view through the eye?
I don't think they ever got a chance to tell, say how the machine worked. It was just that Magnus commissioned it
Perturabo made it and then he destroyed it.
Because I thought that was kind of like the implication that it was.
No, the reason why Perturabo
he did it,
cunt,
and then it was this shit's fucked.
the reason why Perturabo is such a cunt is because he does the most thankless job in the world, and no one ever helped him.
Yep,
that's the reason why when they started shelling even their own forces in the drop site massacre, and they started killing word bearers, the word bearers voxed back to them saying, "You're killing us! You're targeting us!" And the Iron Warriors siege master said, "We're all bleeding today."
Yep. It's because
Wow.
they were always given the hardest areas, the areas that had resisted. They were told, break it, because they were the siege masters.
The only thing they were never able to break was the Palace of Terra.
Yep. And even then, it was more they were getting fucked over by the dipshits that they were dealing with.
That's true. But I say the major thing that was a thorn in Perturabo's side in the Siege of Terra was the raids by Jagatai Khan.
Yep.
Like Jagatai would run these raids out the gates, attack like vital siege emplacements, and then dip back inside the gates.
He was also getting
he
was also getting fucked over by his allies that were going fucking insane.
Namely Fulgrim.
Yeah. Fulgrim and also
Mortarion.
And
Angron, but Angron was a little better than a beast.
He was the only sane one of the group there, because Angron was almost completely fucking brainless.
Mm-hmm.
Fulgrim was going kind of insane. And
if you've not heard the story of during the Siege of Terra, there's a bit where Demon Primarch Angron fights Sanguinius.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right before Sanguinius fights Kabanda. So he had to fight Demon Primarch Angron, and then the lead general of the Demons of Khorne in Kabanda. He cuts Angron in half at the waist, and holds his body up on the ramparts, his upper body on the ramparts. And then afterwards, he fights Kabanda, and he breaks Kabanda's back over his knee, like bait.
God damn.
Yeah, Sanguinius is a fucking beast.
Yeah, but he just kept on getting fucked with by all of his allies, to the point where there were, from the bits that I've heard and read thus far, it's him going, okay, I know that this area is a trap. Fuck it. Who pissed me off today? Hey, you want to go figure out what's over here? There's something strange there. Oh, yeah, it's probably not a trap. Go check it out. Yep, that dealt with them, and then continues dealing with something else.
Take this stick and start whacking the ground with it and sends them out into a minefield.
Yep. Because he was just getting pissed off by fucking everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What a dick.
Well, he carried the fucking heresy on his back for a while there.
I mean, that's not to downplay the Sons of Horus. The Sons of Horus really were the backbone of the entire heresy. But in terms of like strategic assets and things like siegecraft, and especially considering Siege of Terra is definitely part of it. They're not the sole providers of resistance that the War Master had, but they were a significant portion of it.
Mm-hmm. And when it very much seems, from everything that I've seen, that it was, if given the time, they would have cracked it.
Maybe.
But
they
didn't have the time, and they were being undermined by their own side.
They didn't have the time. They knew that there were reinforcements for the Loyalists coming.
Yep.
Like they had a finite
amount of resources that they could deploy on Terra at any given time,
Mhm.
they were their own worst enemy when it comes to their strategic planning, because they were attempting to all converge on one specific, space, the Emperor's Palace, and they were being held off by vastly outnumbered forces.
Yep.
Long enough that they weren't making enough headway, so that like even if they had enough time, they still would be they would get through the walls and have like 2 guys left.
God damn it.
It's the same sort of mutually assured destruction that both
The Iron
Imperial
Cage.
Fists and the Iron Warriors implemented in the Iron Cage. Yeah.
Yeah.
With the Grey Knights soon to be released soon, I really hope they give Drago the Logan Grimnar treatment.
I've not seen anything if they were going to do an updated for his model, but I really want it because Drago's, in my opinion, the best character that the Grey Knights have. I don't want Voldus. I don't want Crow.
Stern. Well, they already redid Crow. He's the only one that they Primarisized.
Yeah.
Without being Primaris.
I want Drago. Drago's
yeah, and he needs it because his model is so awful.
I don't hate it. It's just the fact that it's resin.
And it's tiny comparatively. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about a guy who, for all intents and purposes on the tabletop, should be Primaris level threat and
even
power.
More. Even more.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, on the tabletop, he should be the same sort of, like, Demon Prince, not Demon Prince, Demon Primarch, Loyalist Primarch. The demons tend to be a little bit higher on the power scale on the tabletop, but
they do, yeah.
He should be in that class of model on the tabletop. And the Logan Grimnar treatment, like, look at how big, like, he's on the same base size as a Primarch, but they put him on the giant tactical rock, 2 of his wolves, just imposing a beautiful model, and god damn it, Drago deserves that treatment.
He does. He's
Drago's such a badass.
Yeah.
He goes in and out of the warp like nothing. Like, hey, I'm just gonna dip back into the warp and come out, in another 100 years after slaying thousands and thousands of demons.
Well, it's the curse of M. Kashin.
Yeah.
It's as soon as the last demon is slain on the battlefield, he gets sucked back into the warp
to fight more demons.
Wow. Fucking sucked to be him.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah.
He's fulfilling his life's purpose.
One of my favorite images is it shows all of the same sort of stereotype of character. You've got Kaldor Drago, you've got Doom Guy, or the Doomslayer, you got Dante from Devil May Cry.
If your dick doesn't work, you might as well be able to kill shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I mean, that's kind of the reason to kill shit.
Yeah.
God damn it, my dick don't work. Well, time to kill everybody in sight.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't procreate, I'll fucking end all life.
Look, there were 2 options. Either I was going to fuck you, or I was going to fuck you up. This decided it.
Hey,
guess what?
That's humanity's MO in the universe. Can I fuck it? No? Can I eat it? No? I'm just going to kill it then.
Oh, I've gone on record that there's a series of questions that we're going to ask when we first encounter any sort of alien life. Is it a threat to us? First question. If it is, we'll fucking kill it. If it isn't, proceed to the next question.
You can always fuck a threat, though, Sanguine.
Can we fuck it? Yeah, but you fuck the threat when
That question is
it isn't
no, it's
actively
tasty.
trying to kill you. If it's actively trying to kill you, you don't fuck it, you just kill it.
You've never been married, have you?
Wow.
So, second one is, can we fuck it? Third one is, does it taste good? Fourth one is, can we trade with them? fifth one, if we get through the other four, it isn't really a question. It's more just a statement with an implication that is phrased as a question. So what's the point of them?
The only good Xenos is a dead Xenos.
Yeah.
In the
So-
noise of life, silence the universe.
If they're a threat to us, we're gonna fucking kill them. If we can fuck them, we're going to fuck them. If we can eat them, we're going to farm them. If we can trade with them, we're gonna get good shit from them. And if we can't do any of that,
We'll just
they're
ignore
taking up space.
God damn.
I mean, there's other things that you can use them for. I mean, like the Kroot in Warhammer 40k are mercenaries. You can just hire them to go and kill your enemies for you.
That I
No
would
pure
count
human-
as trade.
Human lives are lost.
That I would count as trade because you're trading goods for combat.
So I'm thinking about getting a Hammerhead and a team of Pathfinders for my crew
Okay.
because I need something that has a little bit more heavy hitting firepower than what I currently have on my crew. I played one game with them, and surprisingly, the crew performed really well. If you're playing just a Kroot army. I just the highest strength weapon in the entire Kroot army is only 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have enough rampagers to be able to take down a Imperial Guard armored company.
Oh, so that's the Legion of Wotan. Fucking Space Wars. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're going to be army number 26 for me.
Jesus Christ.
The squats, as
Yes.
I heard them called.
Yes. They used to be called the squats. Back in the late 70s, early 80s.
I like the call them squats.
I really hope at some point they resurrect some of the old school squat styling.
They did for Necromunda.
Yeah, but I want it for the Votan
For the Votan.
proper.
I don't think that you will. The closest you'll get is like if they add more Brockir units. You may see like the helmet design of the old squats. That's the only way that I could really think of it.
See,
like,
I'd want the helmet design of them to come back a bit, and then I want the gun trains.
the land trains.
Yeah.
You've got it good enough with the Land Fortress. It's hands down one of the best vehicles in the game right now.
But I would like if they kind of added on. So if they went, okay, we're going to give them an artillery unit, and it became something that would get added onto a land fortress. So the land fortress ends up being
They have
the
different chassis
front
designs
of a
of
train.
Land Raiders, so yeah, it's not out of the question.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that right now, for ubiquity, the Land Fortress is good enough. You only don't know because you don't have one, Sanguine.
Yep.
And in the 40k game tabletop game right now, space is kind of diminishing. So I see that. I noticed that they're shying away from larger vehicles like the land train.
Mm-hmm.
I think what are some of the biggest vehicles like the Rogel, the Land Raider,
The Baneblade chassis is the biggest.
Baneblade? Super heavies are another thing.
Of the
But they
vehicles
made
that
them
have the biggest
kind of
profile are the blade chassis. There's some that rival it, like the Eldar Scorpion.
Scorpion and not the Hornet. What's the other one with the two? There's a Scorpion that has just a giant fuck off cannon.
Yeah.
There's another one with the. Oh god, I got it. I'll Google it.
The Dark Eldar one is the Tantalos. I know that.
Yeah. Cobra. Sorry, the Scorpion is the one with the 2 guns. The Cobra is the one with the giant fuck off gun down the middle. Yeah.
Yeah. So like those have like take up the biggest real estate. They're like have the largest profile when it comes to the vehicles. I'll say this: the Hecaton Land Fortress is actually a step between the Blade chassis and the Rogel Dorn. It's bigger than the Rogel Dorn, but smaller than the Blade chassis.
Yeah. I mean, and that makes sense too, because they're not a very big army on the tabletop, like profile-wise. So, yeah, have one really big, and they're relatively new. Air quotes new, because they're a re-release of an old army. But yeah, I mean, it does make sense. Just the problem I have now with Guard is I take up way too much space when I deploy.
Yeah. I had that problem back in 8th edition with my Guard.
Yeah. Because with how many fucking Lehman Russes you could take and how much infantry and all this. But now it's even worse because you got all that artillery that has huge profiles. You got all the tanks on top of it. It's so much. Even now I'm struggling because, I like the newer Guardsman models a lot better. They don't have ginormous Sputnik heads. But, good God, they're
I'm sorry,
just...
I like the old ones more.
You do?
I do.
Huh.
Yeah.
The thing,
I like the idea of the new ones that have like the webbing, like the harness with like all the pouches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the spare las gun and the backpack. I think that's cool. I hate their legs. I hate them. I hate the stupid knee pad that doesn't have anything else that attaches to.
Oh, that it's just part of the jumpsuit.
The floating knee pad. I fucking hate that.
Looks silly because even on the Kazarkin, they're not floating.
Yeah.
They're strapped
Well, no, at least with the Kazarkin, they're like attached to the knee or the shin guards.
Aren't some of them?
I don't think so. I think they're all attached to the shin guards. It's the regular guardsmen. They've got like this floating knee pad.
Yeah,
like,
that's just part of their
feet.
jumpsuit.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
No, the Kazarkin, it's... Oh, wait, is it the same? Some of them have, like, the binding that goes around the leg to the knee pad. Some of them are floating.
Really?
I'm looking at my models right now.
the thing
Not many of them. But they're close enough, you're right, to the shin guard, the shin ankle guard, that it could, in theory, just be attached to it.
The thing that I'm
The
curious
Kazarkin
about
will look amazing.
when it comes to the Votan is when the full codex is released, are they going to add the Ember, and what exactly are the Ember going to do?
The Ember?
The Ember, it's the named part of the Votan army that has not shown up.
Okay.
So, in the 9th edition codex, it mentions that most of the Votan, they don't have any sort of connection to the Immaterium. There's the Grimnir, which have an extremely strong connection. And then the others that have a strong connection are the Ember, which are rather than the Grimnir, which are typically leaders in one, the Ember are a group of people, and they're the ones that end up producing the most ridiculous Votan shields.
Okay. I do know, at least from listening to most of the way, I'm about halfway through High Carl's Oath. Grimnir are meant to be like spiritual advisors. They're like shaman amongst the Votan. They're meant to be a connection between the Votan machine, the ancestors, and then the living Votan, the living kin.
Yep.
Right. So there's this whole bit in it too where the Grimnir is actually pulling a double role within the Imperium because they act as both astropath
and navigator.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm curious to see if the Ember do come out as a portion of the army and what they do. Because, like I said, in the short description from the old codex, they are psychers, but they specialize in barriers.
Okay. Well, let's put it this way, Sanguine. Regardless of any other things for like lore or whatnot, you will see new models when they get their codex.
Oh yeah,
It's a guarantee now that like you'll get at least one new model, maybe more. With Votan, who knows? It all depends on how well they sell. I think is really
Yep.
going to be how much focus they put in on it. But ever since they put them out, they haven't been
They
a
haven't released anything.
a flop. They haven't been a flop. There's been
No.
plenty of people, at least in my area, that play Votan. So, I don't know. Some
But they haven't gotten any. Have there been? No, I don't think they've gotten any new models since their release.
Yes, they have. They've gotten two sets. They got the Salvagers, which is just basically one extra upgrade sprue in the regular Hearthkin set,
and then the Jaegers.
and then the Jaegers. The
Oh,
Jaegers
okay,
are
right.
brand new. Yeah.
Which are
Well, barely. Any.
skirmish infantry.
They can be. They can be nasty. I mean, they're
I
not.
haven't
They're not.
played against them.
They're not Gene Stealer nasty, but they're pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap. I'm getting sleepy, guys.
It is about that time. Should we go around
Really?
the horn?
It's midnight. It's after midnight.
God.
It's almost the 30 mark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
And if people are starting to flag, we can go around the horn.
That's fine.
And
See, I need
complaints,
to
and
actually
games
get some
too.
sleep so I can get some work done tomorrow. I'm
If
planning-
you're passionate about Sanguine, devour him, Functional, and Cuisinart. Don't let them devour you.
You have no choice in the matter. If I hunger, I will eat.
Hey, Tier.
See,
Yes.
Fuck yourself.
see now you're just making me want to work on my Tyranids, man.
Nice.
That way I can devour you. because
I don't get to work on my
I-
Tyranids until I finish my supper, which is these goddamn guardsmen.
I put my guardsmen on way the back burner because with this edition being so Krieg focused, I'm just like meh.
Have the crew eaten Tyranids?
Yes. They
What was the
consider-
result?
They consider Tyranids to be the gene killers. They have certain beasts within the Tyranids that they can eat. They do not gain any additional traits from them when they devour them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They run the risk of micropathogens killing the carnivores that eat them.
Oh,
Shapers tend to tell them to not eat them.
they look at them like a waste of potential, effectively. Then.
Yes, it's funny because like the when you look at the three races in particular, I'll try not to go too long here with this explanation. So you've got the Tyranids, the Tau, and the Kroot. All three of them are essentially the same evolutionarily. What that means is that the Tyranids within an organism can, by the very next generation, meaning the next like organism spawned in the pool, can have its entire genetic code completely rewritten consciously. Okay?
Mhm.
The Tau have evolved from fish in the span that it took humans to, go from black powder weapons to cartridge rifles. They have an extremely
Less than 100 years?
fast-tracked evolution. Okay, the Tau have an incredibly fast-tracked evolution, but it is natural. The
Mhm.
Kroot can steer their own evolution, like the Tyranids. However, they can't do it as rapidly as the Tau. It takes a couple of generations for the Kroot to be able to apply the necessary genetic advantages that they want. Now, there is a instance of a Kroot eating a Tau and going crazy because of the incredibly rapid evolution. That trait then now being applied to a Shaper within the Kroot allowed this one Kroot to then alter the course of his own evolution in his cell replication, that he was able to just essentially metamorph his body at will.
That sounds awesome.
And he
That sounds fucking scary.
And he made himself crazy because he metamorphosed himself into a fish and was captured by an Inquisitor.
So, what would they need to eat in order to be smart enough to deal with that?
I think it really depends on the fact that the Kroot themselves are like nature's evolutionary garbage disposals.
Mhm.
They will take the preferred traits from whatever they eat and then just kind of like make themselves stronger as their species progresses.
Mhm.
We've seen that because their homeworld Peck was invaded by the orcs. And have you ever noticed that the Kroot have the massive lower jaw?
Mhm.
Ever wonder why that is?
Orcs.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And
Peck.
another thing about the Kroot is they instinctually know how to use their technology. That sound familiar?
nice.
So
Okay.
there are some advantages that the Kroot get, but the Kroot are, again, it's slow and it's deliberate. The Tau is fast and reckless, and the Tyrannid is fast and deliberate.
So, if they were to eat the Eldar, that way they get a bit wiser before they then eat the Tau, would that work out a bit better?
Maybe, who knows? The major thing about the Kroot eating the Eldar would be, I'm not sure if that would give them or make them
Digestion?
develop psychic powers. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But it would also be like eating, a handful of gravel, because the Eldar crystallize as they get older.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point, though, you got to look at them and say, well, I'm sure that beak can probably, birds swallow rocks all the time to aid in digestion. It's fine.
Also, we put rocks on our food all the time. Or rather, salt. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I never thought
let's
of it that
see.
way.
Adam, you want to give your parting words?
He just woke back up. No, he's okay.
Okay. Functional?
Yeah, two things. Hope to see everybody in chat tomorrow night. Minions Saturday edition with myself and Harry and Skep and Sora and Serenity and whoever else decides to drop by. And Tier.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah. Look, it's not my fault that you're going to get devoured.
And I'll leave off with, I have no need of friends who change as I change or nod as I nod. After all, my shadow does that far better anyways. And with that, have a good night all. The zoo is closed.
Night.
Good night, everyone.
Now I feel bad for not giving a George Bernard Shaw quote. Jeez.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I click this button, but it takes a couple seconds, so suck